Yesterday's ayahuasca experience was incredibly powerful for me. I had two experiences that really, one was very healing and the other was really confirming of my purpose. So the healing one, we were going through a bit of a difficult time in the ceremony, and Santiago and Jimena arrived, and I felt this immense sense of relief, and I started crying quite intensely for a long time, and having them there, having their presence allowed me to release and to let go of a lot of pain that I'd felt about my mother, my sister and my father over the years. It was like all of a sudden I felt this immense relief. And it all came flooding out. I have not cried like that I can't even remember how long. I think it's probably been since after my mother passed away that I've felt that kind of release and that kind of emotion. That bit was really, really powerful. Then I shared a moment with a good friend, Ian, in the ceremony, and I remember laying there and I looked at him and I smiled, and he reached out for my hand and he held my hand. We held each other's hand really, really tightly. And then Ian felt the need to get up and we shared this intense moment of gratitude for each other. And I heard him speaking, and he said to me, or not necessarily to me, but just out loud, "I'm so grateful for your smile, I'm so grateful for your energy." And in that moment, something shifted, something changed, and all of a sudden, any past fear of feeling like I had ego or anything like that about my effect on people sort of just disappeared. And I realized that I have this power to bring joy to people's lives, to make them feel good about themselves, to make them love themselves, to draw out their passion, their excitement, their joy for life. And I've been avoiding that for such a long time because I think part of me, I know I'm perceptive, I know I can look into people's eyes and I know I can see their pain, their suffering, their fears, their anxiety, but I can also see their joy, their excitement, their love. And I think for a long time I confused seeing their pain, suffering and anxiety as being a reflection of myself, being how they viewed me. And that the anxiety that came from that led me to shy away from feeling that power and using that power. And now I realize it's not about me. I realize I understand them deeper than I know. And I have this power to bring them out of that and away from that and towards happiness, towards joy, towards self-love. And I feel so ready to push forward with that and help people discover themselves. So that was probably the biggest breakthrough I think I've had all week. And I'm so excited to get back into real life, to take that forward and to help people have a joyful life, to love themselves, to follow their passion, to follow their dreams, to grow, to learn. Yeah, it was incredible. So Chris guided us through a wild man meditation yesterday, and it was this really intense visual journey where we laid on our mats, closed our eyes, and there was music and sound effect. It was one of the most intense visual experiences I think I've ever had, and the power I felt through that, I felt like Iron John, I felt the wild man come into me, and with all of the guys around sharing that experience, the power and the energy in the room just built. And when it came to releasing that energy through screaming, it was unbelievable. I felt energy surging through my body. My arms went tingly. I was close to tears because I'd never released energy in that manner, in that way before. So that really showed me how to embrace that masculine fire, that energy inside that just needs releasing, that I've been keeping down inside for so long, because almost we're taught, especially in Western society, not to embrace that. And so to have that experience, to show me that I can, to show me the power that has and the effect that has, was just unreal. I felt strong, I felt powerful, I felt like the man that I am. I felt like I embodied my exterior to a degree, because for so long, you know, I build this physique, this exterior, this mask of this big guy, and inside that's not how I feel. But that process made me feel that. It brought that out in me. It made me feel strong as a man. I mean, meditation and gratitude is something that I've been doing for a while anyway, kind of sporadically. So that part was really great in terms of reminding me of the benefits of that exercise. So it's definitely something that I want to continue and move forward with. The acknowledgement process, that for me was really, really powerful, because it's not something that we do. We don't tell each other how we feel about each other. We don't tell each other how we see each other. That's just not something that happens. And to be in that environment and everybody's sharing how they see you and how they see each other in such a positive way, confirming how you feel and confirming the work that you put into yourself. For me, that was also another step in the process of being able to see me for who I am, and being able to see, you know, the goodness in me, the power I have to influence, the power I have to just make people feel good, I suppose. That's a process I want to take forward into life. It's something that I want to share with other people. It's something that I think could be really beneficial, especially in this Western world where we're all up in here and we don't share what's going on. So, I mean, the eye contact thing, I have spent a long time really working on my listening skills, because I think it's something that's really, really important in life, especially holding eye contact, because, you know, getting rid of the distractions, putting the phone down, turning the TV off, focusing completely on someone, I think, is really the only way to connect. And so that part for me was kind of pretty straightforward. But when it came to saying how I was feeling and maintaining eye contact, that was really quite difficult. And I'm not sure why, but I really, really struggled with that. But I understand how important it is. Because it's the only way you can convey something genuinely. If you can't maintain eye contact, there's a part of me that makes it feel a bit dishonest, a bit disgenuine. So that for me was really, really, really important. The hugging part, I think I have struggled my entire life with contact, with touch, with being intimate in any way, you know, even platonically. So I think actually this whole retreat has taught me that touching and contact and hugging is really, really important, especially when it comes to other guys, because it's something we miss. We're taught not to touch, we're taught not to embrace, we're taught to avoid anything like that. So to be able to do that in this safe environment and then take that away and embrace even just a hand on the shoulder, I think is really, really important. So I'm grateful for having received that lesson.